Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Wayne County. We are a diverse congregation that welcomes you as you are, regardless of your age, ethnicity, race, sexual orientation, gender identity, economic status, or physical ability. We come together to seek deeper meaning and understanding from each other and the world around us. Your presence here today is a gift that brings us closer to that understanding. We are an active community that lives its values beyond the hours of Sunday service, and I would like to call your attention to the following. The UUFWC Chalice Quilt will be raffled off today. Raffle tickets can be purchased for $1 each. The drawing will be held 15 minutes after the end of the service. The winner can take home the quilt or donate it to the UUFWC. You do not have to be present to win. Many thanks to all who created squares and to Carol Noel for creating the beautiful quilt. Our annual meeting will take place on Sunday, April 27th, right after the service. All are welcome to attend, but only members are eligible to vote. If you are unable to attend and need a proxy vote form, please stop by the office or contact our administrator, Joanna. And if you would like to find out more about our activities, feel free to ask Karen Skubik, our membership coordinator.
Karen's not in this morning, so I would like to say good morning to all of you. And on this fine spring day, warm spring day, we have a lot of things that go on here. And if you're new to the fellowship or you've just been here a couple times, you can talk to the Reverend, you can talk to myself, you can talk to anybody out of the leadership committee. Anybody in the leadership committee, raise your hands. No? We have no one from the leadership committee here this morning? Oh my goodness. Then you can talk to me. Oh, okay. Thank you. We can always find out from any of the members here if you feel comfortable approaching them and talk to them about what's going on here at the UUFWC. And we welcome questions. We welcome your interest as always. And now it's not on your order of service, but we're going to ask Scott to come up and Tony to come up and give us an update on stewardship.
Hey, it's over almost.
So, first of all, thanks everybody for all your support this year. In addition to me and Scott, the other members of the team who are all in here, so please wave: Connie Stork, Nancy Hurt, and Mike Peterson. Yes, thank you. And a special thank you to Bonnie Group. Although she officially rotated off last year, she's been very much active in the background and helping a ton, making sure that we know exactly what we were doing. So thanks to her as well. We do have the table up outside. If you have pledged but haven't picked up your medallion, the swag this year, please do so. They're on the tree out there. And also, we have candy. If you've pledged, go ahead and grab some more. There's quite a bit left. If you haven't pledged yet and you still want to, there's still time to see us after service, or if you plan to increase your pledge, you certainly can do that. If you're doing an automatic withdrawal, we might still need your form. We'll be in touch if that's something we still need from you. And I will turn it over to Scott, who's been kind of like our official numbers guy this year.
All right, good morning, everybody. Here's some stats. So before I get into numbers, first of all, I want to thank you to the anonymous family who made a substantial increase and offered to match any pledges as of 3/24. So we had 13 members take advantage of the match, actually it's 14 as of this morning, adding, let me do some math, $6,100. So, and that's doubled. So that's, you know what I mean? That's great. So our total right now is around $307,000, so that's a lot more than we've ever raised, so that's really fantastic. Yes. And I have a question. Who wants to be on stewardship next year? Who wants to do it? We got too many people, Tony. We have to have a runoff or something here.
There we go. Get an election.
So, yeah, Tony and I are retiring, so we're looking for more people, please. It's a lot of fun. You don't have to ask people for money. All you do is send emails and things like that. It's not that big a deal. So the way I look at it is there's your role and then your individuality. So if you're uncomfortable with things, just think of this is my role. Like I'm going to play, and I'm just kind of doing this to ask for money. It's part of my job. It's not my personal. It's not my being. So maybe that helps recruit some folks. We'll see.
All right, we'll be bugging you about that.
All right,
Doug.
thank you, everybody.
307,000 is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Give yourselves a hand. It shows how much you care for this organization. For those of us who are sitting here in the room and come every Sunday, it's nice to see you all this morning. I thought I would wear my loud shirt today to wake you all up. Let's give a wave to the folks at home who have joined us, and thank you for joining us on a weekly basis, all you folks at home. We're going to be talking this morning a little bit about trust. It's a small word, but it has very, very big implications and a very large meaning. So we're going to talk about trusting people, trusting organizations, trusting our safety and security within this building and outside of this building. So as long as we're in these comfortable surroundings, settle back into your seat and enjoy being here with us for the next hour.
Our chalice lighting today comes from the words written by Shirley Huffstedler. I empathize with those who yearn for a simpler world, for some bygone golden age of domestic and international tranquility. Perhaps for a few people at some time in history there was such an age, but for the mass of humanity it is an age that never was. Let us now rise in body or spirit as we sing our opening hymn, Come, Come, Whoever You Are. The music can be found in the gray hymnal number 188, and this will be sung in a round.
We're going to do 4 parts on this round. We'll do it all together one time, and then Bonnie, if you will take the section there, Juan the section there, Kelly the section there, and I will be over here, and we will sing this in a round and knock down the rafters. Okay?
That's the plan. Come, whoever you are, wander, worship, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again, come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again, come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again, come.
Good morning. This is a first in this role. I am looking out and about, and I have no kids. I've got youth. Thank you for being your youth. A lot of kids in the area are finishing up their spring breaks this week, and people are traveling, so I would imagine that is why. But if anyone would like to come closer and help me with the story, you are welcome to come local. Thank you, Ian. I need someone to help me with these sticks. All right. Thank you. Oh, see, I've got these grown-ups here that are dying to come forward usually, so this is your big day. This is your big day. I wonder what's in the Wonder Box. However, it's sticking out. It's sticking out a little bit, so I'll just bring it on over. Ta-dam, bum. So my story today is an Aesop's fable, and it is called The Bundle of Sticks. And me and my dog had a great time last night picking these sticks up out of the yard, which was a much needed chore. So a 2-in-1. There once was a father who had 3 sons who were constantly arguing and being really unkind to one another. No matter what the father did or said, the fighting and the disrespect got worse and worse. So he got an idea in his mind of a way to show his sons how important they actually are to each other. One day, when the quarreling had been even worse than usual, and each of the sons was moping in a surly manner, let's see your moping in a surly manner. Okay, thank you. He asked one of them to bring him a bundle of sticks. And then, handing the bundle to each of his sons in turn, he told them to try to break it. Don't try too hard. This was for children. Oh, they couldn't do it. Let's see if this one can do it. One more try. Ivy's, whoa, you almost got Ivy in the eye with that. Okay, take it easy. There we go. Okay, we got the okay, safety glasses. Oh my gosh, Ivy's a beast and she didn't get it. So wow, that bundle of sticks is tough. Each one tried his best, but none of them were able to break the bundle of sticks. The father then untied the bundle. and gave a stick to each of his 3 sons. You are my 3 sons now. There you go. Oh boy, Ivy looks extra strong. Giving Ivy a really strong one. And asked his sons to break the sticks. And why don't we give it a try? Are you able to break the stick now? Whoa, we did it. You got it, you got it, we can do it. Go, go, go. Yes! And they did so easily. My sons, said the father, do you not see how certain it is that if you work to trust each other and help one another, it will be impossible for your enemies to injure you. You will be safer and stronger, united together. But if you are divided among yourselves, you will be no stronger than a single stick in the bundle. I wonder how our congregation might be like a bundle of sticks. Any thoughts?
The flag out in front.
Ah, yes, amen. Very good. Any other thoughts on how our congregation, how are we strength in unity is the moral of the story. How are we strength in unity like this bundle of sticks?
Come on, people.
You know this kid in class, right? No, just kidding. Thank you, Ivy.
Being on the square on Fridays.
So these are ways we can show that we are united in strength. Yes. And being here in the congregation together. I don't know about you all, but sometimes it can be lonely right now. Things are hard, and we can get caught up in our own minds and our own thoughts. And I know for me, coming into this space in my community helps me feel strong and united, being around people that I have worked hard to build trust with. And that's what we're going to be talking about today, is trust and unity together in strength. Thank you for coming up for my story. We'll put the sticks in here. Thank you. And the youth can head to youth group. That's happening today. Ooh, I made a big mess.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, no kids. We won. You do? Oh. Yeah.
Song leaders are cutting up this morning. That's all right. We want people here who are happy. We take time out of every service to do a silent meditation. And we do this for a reason, which I will explain later in my sermon. But right now, I would like it if you could settle into your chairs, put your feet flat on the floor, put your hands in your laps, and take in a big deep breath. And as you blow it out, you'll feel your shoulders come down and relax. Take in one more big deep breath. And again, slowly exhale and let any cares, any troubles leave your body and dissipate into the air of this fellowship. Close your eyes and we'll sit quietly for just a few moments. We could now take this time to take any of those sorrows that are left within you and weigh down your spirit. Come on up and attach that sorrow to a stone and then put it in the water to drown it from existence. A member of our pastoral care team, Sue Gross, will be here if you would like to talk with her. And let's all sing the Spirit of Life while this happens.
Our faith is centered on the belief that we can make this world a better place for all who dwell in it. In order to realize that vision, we need both the motivation and the means. Your donation helps the community put its faith into action by supporting our programming and facilities. This morning and throughout the month of March, donations that are not designated for another purpose will be split with the Viola Startzman Free Clinic. Viola Startzman provides affordable, quality health care to people in our community regardless of their health insurance status. For those who are watching online or who do not carry cash, you can also donate on our website or by scanning the QR code in the order of service or on the screen. The offering will now be collected and gratefully received. Please join me in this unison reading. The words are on the screen. Let us be grateful when we are able to give, for many do not have that privilege. Let us be grateful for those who share their gifts with us, for we are enriched by their giving. Let us be grateful even for our needs, so that we may learn from the generosity of others. Today's reading is from Free Thinking Mystics with Hands by Tom Owen Toll. As a community of free-thinking mystic with hands, Unitarian Universalists urge people of all ages in our religious home to share honest confusions as well as firm convictions. We don't bask in quandaries, but we aren't timid to confess them. In the intrepid sharing of bewilderment among trusted spiritual kin, we garner both enlightenment and resolve. In true dialogue, we not only seek to convince the other of our position, but, more importantly, we allow ourselves the possibility of being persuaded by them. The Reverend David Bumbaugh composed a poignant benediction that conveys the vision of creating a cohesive community of open-minded people. May our church be dedicated to the proposition that beneath all our differences and behind all our diversity, there is a unity that makes us one and binds us forever together in spite of time and death and the space between the stars. Let us pause in silent witness to that unity.
Trust. Now you can hear me. Trust is a small word, and it's defined by my Webster dictionary I had in high school, so you know it's old, as assured reliance on another's honesty, fairness, or friendship. Fairly basic meaning. Roger, on the other hand, gives us trust as a noun, and the words to describe that are faith, confidence, and credence. And as a verb, a belief, have faith in, or a credit. You all know these meanings. And I learned many years ago that trust is something that is earned and shouldn't be given automatically just because of your rank in social status or how much money you have or because we were told to. I'm actually a born skeptic. I even as a small child was that way, but then again, growing up the way that I did in the religion that I did, which was fairly fundamentalist, we were told that we could trust these people that were telling us things, and you can trust them. They are telling us the truth. I think not. And I found that, again, then my skepticism arose. And after I finally left that religion and was unchurched for almost 30 years, trust I gave very sparingly. I kept people out here. It was a survival mode. Kept people out here, had this nice hard shell formed around me, and occasionally I would peek out of the shell and look around, not so much. Go back in. People enjoyed my company. No, that was good. My coworkers, respected me. We worked hard. But I'd never let people know what I was thinking or when I was thinking it. I kept my opinions to myself, and I lived my life, like I said, just trying to not get people, not trusting anyone, because when you trust someone, they can't hurt you. And then my wife came into my life. She's looking at the ceiling and nodding her head. She gave me probably the greatest gift of all outside of her love for me. She taught me that I could trust again. I could trust someone. I could be myself. I could talk about my opinions. I could talk about things that bothered me. I could tell her about everything that the worst part of me. I could tell her. She loved me anyway. And I trusted her with that love. And she knows the worst thing about me and still loves me anyway. So then you actually probably need to question her mental health on that. Okay? But she told me I could trust again, and that was a good thing. So after we moved here, and we continued to be unchurched, she finally dragged me through these doors, kicking and screaming. I didn't want to come. I didn't need a religion. I didn't need anything organized. I didn't need this because why should I put my trust in something that was going to be just as meaningless to me as my former religion was? But I came here and met all you, and here we are. I'm standing here in front of you, very happy to say that the people in this room, I trust. Because my wife made it easier for me, I realized that I could open myself up and be who I am. You accept me for who I am, and you trust me. During this time in this country, we all have to kind of go into self-preservation mode. Because what's going on in this country, I feel so many different things are criminal. And I would like to protest about everything. That means I would be on the square 24/7 with some kind of sign that I've made. I'd like to protest everything going on in this country because it scares me. So again, the trust level's way down. I'm in a survival mode, and things I felt I really could trust, like the mail. Can't trust the mail anymore. You never know when it's going to get there. You never know when it's going to go out. I know it takes 5 to 6 days from a letter to get from Worcester to Worcester. And yet I can send something to my son and his wife in eastern Iowa, and they could get it like the next day. I can't figure that one out at all. Or that my Social Security check is going to hit my bank the day they say it's going to hit my bank. We have to worry about those kind of things now. And for those poor folks who depend on that check to like pay bills and eat and, you know, keep a place to live, it's stressful for them. What is it that you used to trust that you can't now? Anybody? Excuse me? The government. Say it isn't so. What?
That a scientist will be listened to.
That scientists will be listened to. That is correct. What else could we trust?
Our planet might have a chance.
Okay. All right.
The news.
You know, if we would turn off the news, I think we would actually be in much better spirits. And there comes a time when you do have to. You have to shut off the social media. You have to shut off the news. And that's when I, watch something on TV that will calm me, like, a good murder mystery, mayhem. And, those are the kind of things because I can lose myself in it. I don't think about anything else. Okay? But yeah, I told my wife one day, I said, I can't listen to the news anymore. I'm going to turn on something else. And so, I turn on NCIS and, some guy gets murdered. And that calms me, okay? Now, my grandchildren, God love them, my grandchildren have been watching TV with me since they were this high. My middle granddaughter, Fiona, who started to play in the folk orchestra, by the way, she's 13. And I'm very proud of her for doing that. And she loves it. But she'll come to my house, let's watch NCIS. Because she's watched it with me since she was, this tall. So now she's actually streamed all the episodes and she's caught up on all 22 seasons, which is good, But yeah, what are the things that we used to be able to trust that we can't now? Rule of law. Rule of law. That's a big one, isn't it? Thank you, Juan. That's a big one. Not only that, but will the law be applied equally to all people? Because I see things on the news and I go, Bonnie, if that was you or I, we'd be in jail so fast that it would make our heads spin. What other things that can you think of?
Other drivers.
Yeah, that goes with our old first principle, dignity and respect. Everyone's born with that, except when I get behind the wheel of my vehicle. Then, yeah, you're right. You're right. And everyone seems to be in a hurry. And that's what I've noticed too. I'd like everybody to look around at the people sitting next to you. There's a reason you're here today. And there's a reason why you come and you sit in these seats. I look around and I see people I can trust. And I know these are people that I can feel safe with. And you can't talk about trust without talking about safety. Safety physically, safety emotionally. I feel safe that they accept me for who I am. I feel safe that they will not try to inhibit any portion of my spiritual journey. I feel safe within the confines of this building. Is that important to you? It should be. To me, it's why, when I was on the expansion committee, safety, building safety was one of our big things. Now, if you look around, we have a lot of windows, a lot of doors with glass. But if you look at those windows and you see that really wide bead of black caulk all the way around the window, you know what that means? That means that they're Teflon coated. There's a coating over those windows. So a bullet will not break it. Depends on the size of the bullet again, but I'm sure a bazooka could break it, but I don't know how many people run around carrying bazookas. I haven't been in Walmart recently. So, but a bullet will not penetrate it. You can't break into it with a crowbar or a hammer. Now a battering ram is something else, that's something, of course, what they used to carry across the moat and do the thing at the castles. We have security cameras. There's one over there that will give us a 280-degree view of this. We have security cameras outside, so the physical building itself is monitored. We did that so you could come into this building and you could feel safe, physically safe, that nothing outside was going to come in here and get you. Do you feel physically safe here? You should. You should. But let's go back to trust for a minute. I gave you the definition earlier of assured reliance of another's honesty, fairness, and friendship. It's hard for me to trust somebody else. And it's hard for you to trust if you can't trust yourself. In the essay, Self-Reliance, and I'm sure you have all read it, we all had to read it in high school, and I've read it many times since. But Emerson advocates for individuals to trust in their own instincts and ideas rather than blindly follow the opinions of society or institutions. He argues that society encourages conformity and it stifles individuality. It encourages the readers to, live authentically and self-sufficient lives. Emerson also stressed the importance of being self-reliant, relying on one's own abilities and judgment rather than external validation or approval from others. He argues that people must be honest with themselves and seek to understand their own thoughts and feelings rather than blindly follow the expectations of others. Through this essay, Emerson emphasizes the value of independence, self-discovery, and personal growth. Does that sound familiar? Kind of sounds like some of our old principles, doesn't it? We encourage the very same thing here. Reverend Walter has been talking about our new values, and an easy way to remember them is by our nice little mascot right here, Jet Pig, okay? I don't know where somebody found that, but that is the coolest thing I've seen in a while. Jet Pig. J is for justice. E is for equity. T, transformation, which we're seeing a lot of that now because spring is finally upon us. The pussy willows are here, and they have pollen all over them, and I'll probably sneeze later. P is for pluralism. I, interdependence. And G, generosity. And surrounding all of those and practicing all of those with love. Love for yourself, love for others. Love is at the center of all things. Emerson is also quoted, "What I must do is all that concerns me, not what people think." When we gain a strong belief system and we begin to trust our decisions are made with that belief system in mind, that's when we begin to trust ourselves. Then we will begin to surround ourselves with people who may share in that same belief system. Then we can begin to trust others. We can feel safe to express our opinions without contempt, vitriol, or judgment. We feel safe not only in this building, but we feel safe sitting around those people around you. We feel safe from emotional and physical harm. Now, every week we do a brief meditation where everyone relaxes, they try to clear their minds of their troubles and their worries. And this is done by design. It's designed to aid you in relaxing and dispelling any schedules or duties and all the other things that fill our time outside of this building. It helps you mentally to calm your mind and to settle in and be able to relax maybe for the first time or the only time throughout your week. We can share the music that's offered. And the guitar quartet today, I had asked to do the music because I think these men are amazing. They are absolutely wonderful. I could listen to them play all day, just because the music itself that they play is calming, it's relaxing. We all come here for different reasons. I don't come here for the sermon, which is kind of self-defeating right now because I'm doing a sermon. I don't come here to hear the sermon. I come here to see you all. Excuse me. I come here to be with community, speaking with you once a week, knowing that you are like-minded people, knowing that you will not harm me, knowing I'm safe in my opinions, you accept me for who I am. I can come in these doors and the shoulders come down. Because at this point in time in this country, sometimes being out in public is a little bit scary. At least it is for Bonnie and myself. So I come here, that is the need I have for coming here every Sunday. And that need is met for me by talking and having community with all of you. More succinctly, we glean what we need from each service. And we fully expect to get those things at the service. Some may like the music, some may like the sermon, some may like the singing along, the hymns. Some just like sitting here with like-minded people. So, what if the service has stopped providing you what you feel you need? What do you do? Has that happened to any of you? It hasn't happened to me yet, but I can't say that it won't. Do you just stop coming? Nah, I'm not getting what I need there. I'm just going to stay home. And then, of course, when we don't see you for a while, we wonder, hey, what happened to them? We start making contact. I hope you wouldn't just stop coming. I hope that you would talk with Reverend Walter or someone here in the fellowship or even someone on the worship team. If the service is not providing you what you feel you need, maybe that service can be altered slightly to give you what you need. The worship team doesn't know what you need unless you tell them. And only by voicing our needs to the worship team will they actually know, because they can't pick it out of the air. They don't learn this stuff through osmosis. So you can ask anyone on the worship team. You can ask Rachel, and you can ask all of those folks that are worship associates up here. You can ask any of them, and they will set aside a time to talk to you. Yeah, I've been talking for almost 20 minutes. Hasn't this time gone fast? Talking for almost 20 minutes, and I normally don't talk this long. I hope you understand that the trust you've given the worship team, the trust you've given the minister, the trust you've given to people sitting in the audience is very precious. My reasons for coming here is that I trust all of you. I feel safe in your presence. Being with you on Sunday helps me get through my week to come. That's my need on Sunday. What are your needs? Are they being filled? If they are, we're happy to see you here every week. May it be so. Let's sing a song, shall we? We are going to sing a song called, what is it called? Come Sing a Song with Me. There we go. Number 346 in your gray hymnal.
Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me, that I might know you're mine. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me, that I might know you're mine. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me, that I might know you're mine. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me, that I might know you're mine. Then I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time.
Our benediction today comes from Sarah Ackerman. Love. What a small word we use for an idea so immense and powerful. Has altered the flow of history, calmed monsters, kindled works of art, cheered the forlorn, turned tough guys into mush, consoled the enslaved, driven strong women mad, glorified the humble, fueled national scandals, bankrupted robber barons, and made mincemeat of kings. How can love's spaciousness be conveyed in the narrow confines of one syllable? Blessed be.